to my channel. Today we are going to prepare and we're going to make a loader, a very interesting loader. See this circle rolling, it's really interesting, and you have the loading below it with these ellipses going up and down. So it's really going to be very interesting. So we are going to go straight to the coding, and I'm very sure it's going to be very easy. You're going to create your own personal loader with just HTML and CSS, no JavaScript. Wow, that's really good. So let's do something really good. So let's go to our coding concept. So I'm going to create a new. So now we are going to create a div. We are going to create a div with a class of let's create a class of loader. A loader. So we're going to create a class of loader. Then let's create a class of with a class of text. Let's use loading. So now we have the loading. So now that's just it for HTML. So let's go to the CSS. So we have the style. So we are going to go for the loader first. So let's just do our style. We have the style. So there we go. So now let's try our loader first. We're going to use .loader. Then we have it's very similar. So let's just a width. Let's give it a width of this. All this now I've done is just gonna show not except loading our page. So let's go back. So let's set the width of our loader to around 80 pixels, and so let's do our height. The height should be 80 pixels too, so they should have the same size. So then let's see, this one shows nothing, except that our text is moved down. So now let's work with the colors. But this time around, since our loader is going to be just something like this, I'm sorry. Since our loader is just going to be something like this, so we need the border of our loader. So that's just it. So we are going to use border. So we are going to give our border 2 pixels. Let's give it 2 pixels. Solid. So I use example, but let's use 272. I think. No. Let's use something really good. 277. That's really good. Or 727. I want a very good color. So let's just say 727. So now here we have a square, and that's really bad. So let's make the circle. So we're going to use border radius. So that's the turn into circle. So we want it to be 50%. So 50%, and now we have circle. Wow, our loader is on the way. So now we have to let's do the border bottom. Let's do something with that border bottom. We want the border bottom to be nothing more than just giving it white, so that the color will be removed. So yeah. So now let's check that out. Sorry for loading. So I think that didn't work. So let's go back. Let's do something. we have border, bottom. Oh, sorry, I used button, so bottom. So now we have it white. You see, there's no border bottom again. Just because it has the font size has the border has reduced because of the white we have given to it, so we rarely see the color. So let's apply that also to the top. So I'm going to copy this, so I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to change this bottom to top. Sorry, top. And now let's check that top. Okay, you see, and now having the same thing. So our loader is really on the way. Now let us start the let me put everything. So animation. So we want to have an animation of so we are going to say load there. So we have loader, and we want to have it rolling for 2 seconds, and wants to be linear. So now that applies nothing to it, so we are just, I'm going to use that later. We are going to come back to this later. So let's work with the loading. So I'm going to use the loading. Then now these are loading. I want to have a color of let me give it the same color as the maybe 727. So I'm just going to use that. So now we have the loading tool. So now let us align this thing to the center. So let's go back to this loader. Let's give it a margin of auto. So we do the margin of auto, and that's come to the center. So now we want to really come margin top. So we're going to give margin top so that it can give more margin to the top. So margin top. So I'm going to use margin top 150 pixels. That should be okay. So should align the center. Yes, there we go. 150 pixels. I think that should be alright. Let's just make it 200. Sorry, 200. So there we go. Now let us work with this one too. So we want this one to also be, so we are going to get margin left. It's already here. I already have it here, so just want it to appear here. So I'm going to margin left. Our margin left is going to be around 40%, so maybe 40%. So there we go, 40%. And then let's give it 45. Oh, sorry, 45 is too much. We'll give it maybe 42 will be okay. Let's leave it at 40. So we just leave it at 40 because I'm still gonna have some things to it. So we are 40. Then let's give it a very small padding top so that you can have space in between the loader and the texture. I'm going to padding top of, and give it 10 pixel, not to be far, 10 pixel. See, then there we go. Now in this loader we want to have ellipses like this, something like this, but we can't just let this ellipses be there like that. You can make them appear like that, but we want them to be moving up and down. So we're going to work on that. So just going to put another span here. Span. I'm going to span. So I'm just gonna put nothing inside that span. So I'm just gonna put that span here. So now we're gonna work with that span too. So I have dot span. Oh no, sorry. You can use the loading, then connecting to the span. We are getting the child, so we are going loading, no comma, nothing. So we're going to put span. I mean the span inside this loading, we want to get it. So now there's nothing we want to do here. Then I'm just gonna put something here. Just gonna put animation. So I'm gonna put ellipsis. So I want an ellipsis. So I'm gonna put ellipsis. I'm gonna put 1 second. I want to give 1 second. I want to be linear, and I want to linear. Yeah. So there we go. And I'm going to give it so instead of span, just span. So I'm going to use span and before episodium before. So I'm going to before. There we go. And I want to do the content. So I'm just going to add first. We want the content to be 0. So just going to content instead of 0, just put this is there. That means this has nothing, it has nothing inside, so it means nothing. Then we are going to deal with that later. Then let's now go back to our loader. This loader, we have the animation of loader, 2 seconds linear. So let's apply something to it so that this loader can be in motion. So let's deal with that. So we are going to use at keyframe. So I'm going to add keyframes below everything. So we add keyframes. As keyframes. So I'm going to use loader. Keyframes of loader. So now I'm going to apply, since I'm using the loader, so I'm going to apply something very good to it. We are going to use from here instead of, you can use percentage, but we should use from, since we are not dealing with something huge. So we want to make it transform so that it can rotate. So transform, we want the transform to be rotate. So we decide the rotation, which is we want to start from minus 360 degree, and we want to stop at 360 degree. So to 360 degree. So we have transform of 360 degree. Transform. We have rotate till 360 degree. So 360 degree. So there we go. Now see, let's check that out. You see, but it stopped. Why? Because we have something called animation iteration counts. We have animation iteration count. Let me just show you some animation iteration count. Animation iteration count. Now iteration count is going. Let's say we want it up. Let's give it 3 now. You see that it will last longer than just like this. Can you see it? Can you see the second one? And that is the third one. So it's gonna stop. But we want it to be infinite, to continue until we want to stop, until our content is displayed. We just don't want it to be A3 counts and then stop. No, we want to be infinite until our loading is complete. But so we just want to use HTML and CSS. So we want this to continue. So we are just going to use instead of iteration count of 3, we are going to give it infinite. So that infinite is going to make it continue and continue, no stopping, continue, and it's going to continue like that. And then for it to stop and everything to just go off, then we use JavaScript. That's when our document is fully loaded. Then we use JavaScript. We use JavaScript to connect with our document. So when the document is fully loaded, then this loader stops. That is going to be done with JavaScript, and we are not dealing with that here. So we just want to make a very simple loader here. And we are going to work with this loading. We haven't talked about the ellipses, so we are going to add that ellipsis to it too. Now let's go back to our loading span episodium before. So now we have the content. So we have the animation of ellipsis. So we are going to put that here too. So I'm just going to So let's just copy this to make it faster. Let's copy and paste it here. So we have, instead of loader, we want it to be what I call ellipsis. Ellipsis. So now we don't want transform. We want to deal with the content. That's why I put the content here. So we want to deal with the content, so I'm going to use the content. So the content here. So I'm going to do the content. So we want the content to start from this. We will have used something like, let's use from and to. That would have been something really stupid. So let me show you something. Let's say content. Let's put 3 here and stop. Now let's check that out. You see, it's just what, you just show everything once, and that's not what we want. So instead of using this from and to, we are going to use percentage here. So from 0%, at 0% in integer, we want the content to be to have one period. So we're going to use this. We want to have one period. Then I wouldn't have liked to put one here, but let's leave it like that. So then at 50%, I want to add 50%. I want the content to be 2. So I'm going to use content to be 2 dots. So I'm going to use content. I'm going to put in 2 ellipses, so 2 period. Then when it's not 100%, I want it to be an ellipsis. So I'm going to use 100%. 100%. So I want it to be an ellipsis. So I'm going to use content. So I'm going to use this 1, 2, 3. Now we have the ellipsis there. Then we close that and we are very good. So now look at this. It's just load once. That is very quick. We couldn't see it. So let's deal with the iteration count here too. So we want the iteration count here. So we have copied this iteration count. We also want this iteration count to be what? Infinite. So we're going to paste it here. So the iteration count is going to be infinite. So it's going to continue like this. You see, it's loading now. We have it here. Can you see it? We can. So see there. Can you see? So we have this, and now loading. Now our loader is now completed. We have our full loader. So thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting in features with JavaScript, HTML and CSS. And I promise that we are going to work on back end very soon. We are going to do with different programming language like Python, React. We are going to work on everything and also I'm going to show you a lot of things, a lot of interesting features about making your own personal portfolio with your mobile phone. Everything is really easy, so I'm just going to show you everything. You just have to bear with me. Please subscribe and like my channel. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you next time.